Welcome to JC Connect. In the previous classes, we have discussed about different types of estimates. So the first estimate is approximate estimate or the preliminary estimate. The second one is a detailed estimate. So normally the detailed estimate we can do it, and we have solved some of the problems also in the previous class. So now we'll concentrate on this part. I have not told to you, that is why I am taking this part now. So if you want to take any approval from the government agencies, or if you want to take the approval from any of the consultants, or if you want to take the approval from the government of Karnataka or the government of India. So what you have to do is that first you have to prepare one preliminary or the approximate estimate. So if you want to prepare this approximate estimate, first you have to decide it, whether it is a commercial project, whether it is a residential projects, or whether it is related to any road work, or whether it is related to any of the society based projects like your water supply projects and sanitary projects. Based on that, you have to prepare. Of course it is going to affect the preparation of the approximate estimate. The approximate estimate is prepared from the practical knowledge. This is very important. And cost of similar works. Normally this can be compared with the practical knowledge. Of course, if you want to prepare the approximate estimate, you need a minimum of 10 years of experience in the field. Normally detailed estimate can be anybody can do it, because you have PWD SR rate, it will be there. So based on that, how much quantity you will get it. Based on that, just go on multiplying and deduction, addition, subtraction, that you have to do it. But if you want to prepare this, it requires a lot of practical knowledge. As for the IS 1200 code, what it will say is that minimum 10 years of experience is required if you want to prepare the approximate estimate. Hmm. So the estimate is accompanied by a report duly explaining necessity and the unity of the project, and with the site and the layout plan. Of course, the layout plan and everything has to be ready before starting the approximate estimate. So normally a percentage of 5 to 10% allowance for contingencies, that we already discussed in the previous classes. That is normally we said it is 1 to 2% in the previous class, and again I told that it is 5 to 10%. So normally we use the following methods for the preparation of the approximate estimate. The first method is Plinth area method. Second one is cubical content method. Third one is unit base method. Okay, normally based on the applications, we will use it different methods for calculating the approximate estimate, because actually this is required for the administrative approval. uh, mm, uh, it should match with a deviation of around 5% from the detailed estimate and the approximate estimate. With that much accuracy you have to prepare. um, um, the first what we'll do is that we'll go one by one. Plinth area method is what, then cubical content method is what, and unit base method is what. So in the Plinth area method, the cost of construction is determined by multiplying the plinth area with the plinth area rate. Normally maybe we'll solve one or two problems based on this. You'll come to know what is this plinth area method is. Normally they will give the area of the land. For example, it is this much square meter, this much hectares, this much guntas, this square meters. So they will give the areas and this much cents, they will give it. So normally 1 cent is equal to 435 square feet. Maybe if you go to Mangalore or South Canara belt, normally they will measure in terms of cents, because in Kerala people they will use to find out the area of the land is a cents. So normally it is the all no, uh, South Canara is near to the Mangalore is south, that South Canara is near to the Kerala. So that is why most of the Mangalore they will use this cent as the calculating the area of the land. The again the area is obtained by multiplying length, breadth, of course, outer dimensions of the buildings. Normally it is not like house building, it is the total the layout plan what is given to you. Then in fixing the plinth area rate, careful observations and necessary inquiries are made in respect of the quality and quantity aspects of the materials and labors. Okay, this is very important. For example, if you want to fix the plinth area rate, you know already what is the plinth. Plinth means it is, we can call it as a floor level, ground floor level, from the foundations to ground floor level. So that is the plinth level. So careful observations and necessary inquiries are made in respect of the quality and quantity aspects of the materials. Suppose if you want to fix the rate of the material, for example, um, mm, uh, for this much 100 acres of sorry one 30 by 40 site is there, you take 30 by 40 site is there. For this 30 by 40 site, how much material is required, and what kind of material is required in terms of quantity and quality. First you select what kind of company it is, how much this one is required. So with that aspect you have to carefully you have to do the observations, because I already said that if you take for example plumbing work, you have two types of plumbing works. One is a Phenolics type of pipe. If you select it, totally the rate is little bit higher than your Astral. Astral pipes are little bit cheaper than your Phenolics pipe. So in that sense, normally what will happen is that if you are selecting the quality, it will vary the total quantity of the cost of the building. So careful observation should be made. Next, type of foundation. What type of foundation you are providing, whether the raft foundation, whether you are providing the cement mortar, whether you are providing the RCC, whether you are providing the CC. Then before that, what will be the height of the building, roof, woodwork, fixtures, number of storage, etc. So all the preliminary calculations should be prepared well, and prepare the plan first, prepare the section first. So then based on that, what kind of proportions you are using it for cement mortar, what kind of strength of the concrete you are using it for that, so that all the things carefully you have to observe it. Normally we'll use IS 3861 and 1996 for calculating the plinth, calculating the approximate estimate for this. So they have given some set of guidelines. So you have to use strictly that set of guidelines only. If you use that IS code, they have mentioned some of the different kinds of um, mm, tables they have given. In that tables, what kind of if it is cement mortar is 1 is to 1, what will be the price? Cement mortar 1 is to 3, they have, but it is a 1996 version. They have revised it. It is now, it is a 2002 version is available in online. So this is the plinth area method. And the next one is a cubical content method. So normally the cubical content means it is the volume. The previous classes, in the previous slide, it's a plinth area. So area and how much rate per unit area, so that you have to calculate it. But here it is, we will do it in terms of volume. Total will calculate the volume of the building, and what will be the unit rate per volume. With that aspect we will calculate it. That is the only difference in between that plinth area method and based on the This is the cubical area method, and this method is generally used for multi-storage buildings, because there it is this, plinth area method is strictly related to your residential buildings, but this is used for multi-storage buildings. It is more accurate that of the other two methods, namely plinth area method and unit base method. The cost of the structure is calculated by approximately as a total cubical container, that is the volume of the building, multiplied by a local cubic rate. Normally, even if you open our PWD SR rate book, so normally all the values are in cubical method only. Means per meter cube how much it is there, per meter cube of excavation of the soil, what is the price, per meter cube of per cement mortar, how much it is there. And the last in the previous slides, means in the last maybe last two classes, I have explained and I have given some of the details, like um, how much wet cement mortar will take the dry weight of cement mortar. So like that it is there in terms of cubic meters. um, how much concrete, dry concrete, in terms of volume, it will give the how much wet quantity of the concrete. So like that, I have given that is with the help of the, with that value you have to calculate it, and you have to multiply the per cubic meter of the soil, multiply by, so how many volume it is there. So that is the cubical method. Normally we'll use this for our all our works. So then unit based method, normally this method is the cost of the structure is determined by multiplying total number of units with the unit rate of each item. So normally unit rate means, for example, numbers for plumbing works. Now how many pipes of if you want to lay any pipeline for water supply projects, so we will calculate it. Okay. Total around 20 number of pipes are required of 16 feet length of the pipe. Normally your PVC pipe or whatever for water supply projects, if you are doing it, if you are calculating it, so normally it will come around 16 feet. So 16 feet multiplied by how many numbers of pipes is required per pipe, what will be the price. So this we can call it as a unit base method. Means it is not based on the area or the volume, it is based on the number of items uh, required for each of the project work. This is how we will do it. So first we can take one example. Prepare an approximate estimate of a building project with the total plinth area of all the buildings is 800 square meter, and from the following data. So what they have given is that total the plinth area is around 800 square meter they have given, and they have given um, plinth area rate per square meter. They have given per square meter rate how much it is there, 4500 per square kilometer. There is a plinth area rate. Second one is the cost of water supply, that is the 7.5% of the cost of the building. Suppose if you are getting around 8 lakhs of 8 lakhs of the total estimate, with that you have to add it total 7.7% of that total plinth area rate, that you have to make it. Then for sanitary and electrical installations, it is again 7.5% of the total cost of the building. Then the cost of the architectural features, it is 1% of the building cost. Then cost of the roads and lawns, it is 5% of the building cost. Cost of the PS and contingencies, it is 4% of the building. See, normally whatever in the problem they have given, roughly it is like that only. Even if you say the cost of the water supply in your PWDSR rate, it is now 5 to 6% of the total cost of the building. So all are similar rates. So it is just an example they have given it, but if you see the unit rates, it will be almost same. So now when it comes to the solution, if you want to find out the total approximate estimate, let's start with the solution of the building. Now the plinth area, how much they have given? They have given 800 meter square. So per square meter, what will be there? 4500. So then total cost of the building, of course, it is multiplied by 800 into 4500. So you got around 36 lakhs rupees. It will be the total cost of the building. Now you have to add the 7.5% of that total cost. So to 7.5% of that 36 lakhs is, you are getting around 2 lakhs 70,000. This is for the water supply charges. Then again, sanitary and electrical installations, it is 15%. Then it will come around 5 lakhs 40,000. Then cost of the architectural, it is 1% of that 36 lakhs. So it will be 36,000. So then and the lawns and everything, it is a 5% of that total cost of the building. So it is 1 lakh 80,000. So then cost of this PS and contingencies, it is around 4%. That is the 4% of the total cost of the building. So then supervision charges is around 8%. It will be around 3 lakh 80,000. So if you calculate this overall, then 36 lakhs plus you have to add all the previous the extra extra costs for the electrical installations, architectural installations, and lawns and contingencies. All you have to add it, and finally you have to say that it is a 51 lakhs 51,600 rupees. You will get it. So means with that 36 lakhs, you have to add all these things. Okay, so this is one example. Maybe they will ask for about 5 to 10 5 marks maximum. So you can calculate it. So this, the second one is the plinth area of the apartment is 500 square meter. Determine the total cost of the building from the following data. So then they have given here, very important here is that they have given the plinth area is 500 square meter, but the rate of construction they have given here, it's rupees 1230 per meter cube. It is not a per meter square, but they have given the height of the apartment. So it is directly, they have not given the uh, in terms of volume, but the rate they have given in terms of per meter cube. So it is better to convert the total whatever the volume is there, then volume multiply by this is rate. So then water supply and sanitary and electrical installations, it will be 6% of the cost. Then architectural, it is 1% of the total building cost. Unforeseen items, it is around 2% of the building cost. PSN contingency, it is 4% of the building. So when you start calculating it, so they have given how much? 500 square meter. Then it should be first multiplied by the height of the building, that is a 16.25 meter. Then so you will get the volume, then volume of the building you will get it. So then it is multiplied by 1230. So then you are getting roughly around 99 lakhs 93,750. Then with so then you have to add 6% water supply and sanitation each. They have given provision for water supply, sanitary, electrical installations of water supply and sanitation. Water supply, sanitation, and electrical installations. So now here it is a 6% each they have given. So 6% each means what? 6% for water supply, 6% for sanitary, 6% for electrical installations, means 6 into 3 is 18. So they have given, they have multiplied by 18%. Here it is 99 lakh 93,750 into 18. Why they have 18? 18 means it is 6 into 3 means 6% for each. So total they are getting around 17 lakhs 98,875. So now this much you got. Next, the architectural appearance is around 99 lakh, that's 1%. Then of course it is 2%, and the PS and contingencies it is 4%. So it is total. What you have to do is that you have to add all other accessories to the total cost of the building. So total cost of the building is 99 lakh 93,750, plus if you add all those things, total you are getting around 1 lakh 1 crore 24 lakhs 92,187 rupees you are getting. So so total if you approximate it, so it will be around 1 crore 25 lakhs. So this is how you have to calculate it with plinth area method. So many of the problems are there. Maybe in the next class we will try to solve the some of the problems based on the cubical method and unit base method. Okay, maybe we'll try to solve one more problem in the next class based on this with some different problems.